Hey everybody, welcome to the Uptakes podcast. Tonight, I have myself, Mark Ordonez. Together with me, I have Jamo, Miles, and then also Robbie. So today, we're gonna be talking about a lot of things. It's been a while since we had an episode. First, magpapakita na muna tayo dun sa results natin
Idol.
sa Phil Oil. And then, we're going to be touching base on how we did so far sa elimination round natin sa AUBL. Kasi August na. And then we're going to be introducing a few new names in the UP women's basketball team. And then also, a bit of shout out to some of our former UP Fighting Maroons. So, simulan natin, guys. So, natapos ang Phil Oil, Eco Oil Cup this 2026 with UP being dumped out of the tournament during the semifinal rounds by a surging San Beda University. And San Beda eventually met one other surging NCAA team. So for the first time, for the longest time, I'm not sure if this is the first time at all, we had two NCAA teams battling out for the title for the Phil Oil, Eco Oil Cup. And JRU prevailed, winning 2 straight games dahil naging best of 3 ang kanilang finals match. So, ano ang masasabi natin sa campaign natin sa Phil Oil guys? At saka, ano masasabi natin about the results of our NCAA teams?
Congrats, Chris Ubilla.
Mhm.
Yun. Tapos, ano ba? Bad trip tong si Recaredo eh. Malakas lang pag sa atin eh.
Ang daming mga pwedeng grassroots, no?
Oo. Grassroots na yan, di ba?
Oo. Kasi Kalimag si RC ha, init na init palagi pagkalaban tayo.
Kaya nga, si Recaredo eh.
Ito pa yung irony dun sa kay Kalimag. So naubuhos niya lahat sa atin kasi doon sa game nila against JRU, in both games ng finals, 0 points siya. So lumo off averages siya sobrang lala sa JRU. So somehow sa atin niya binuhos lahat.
Nakailan siya sa atin, parang 8 3-pointers or something, or 7. Something like that.
7 3-pointers.
Kalimutan ko na eh kasi binaon ko na sa limot yung talo na yun eh. Pero yeah, congrats to JRU. You're a legit team. So legit title contender for the next NCAA season.
Yeah. And after obviously our campaign in the Phil Oil Eco Oil, we immediately moved on. We needed to forget quickly what happened there and go to the AUBL, where our team flew over to China, to Guangzhou, China, over the weekend, and Hangzhou, China, and battled 2 also prominent universities in our group, Hakuo University and also Korea University. So that they had their match against the Hakuo University yesterday and today with the Korea University, and we split our results with Hakuo University. I think we won at the tune of 76 to 63, and then for Korea University we lost. Our result there is around 70 to Korea University and 60 to the UP Fighting Maroons. So, given our results, we still advanced to the quarterfinals. What are your thoughts, guys, dun sa results natin for both games?
Una ka, Miles.
Well, for both games, I'll speak about both games in general. Kasi for me, those are very UP outcomes. No? Yung dalawang laro na yun. In the first game against Hakuo University, we won by dominating inside. We weren't shooting particularly well in that game. We had a very low 3-point shooting percentage, but despite that, we had a double-digit rebounding advantage, and that mattered a lot. We also were able to shut them down on defense. And however, for the other game, for Korea University, this is like the San Beda game all over again.
Yeah.
Na nag-init yung kalaban. It didn't help that we were lost in some stretches. So, it appears to me at least na we're generally a very good defensive team. We are susceptible to really hot shooting nights from our opponents. Now, is this something to be worried about?
Korea is actually the highest 3-point percentage in the league.
Yeah, and the interesting about it is hindi nila natambakan yung Hakuo. The team that we won against by double digits yesterday is the team that only lost by 4 points to this Korea University. So something tells me that yung defending the three-point line is something that we can improve on, I think. Now, the
Mhm.
good news is this something that we should be worried about in the UAAP? Okay, here's the good news. The good news is it's not really something that a lot of UAAP teams do. There's not really a particularly of elite three-point shooting team among the contenders. Actually, ironically, ang malakas pa mag-init sa tres sa mga kalaban natin sa UAAP, yung mga nagli-live and die by the three, no? Usually Adamson yan.
Yeah.
If the
Yeah.
other school, if the other Bluebird school also plays this season, they're also based at least on how we played them doon sa NSAC. They're also going to be shooting a lot from the outside, and they practice that. We also saw that in the offseason na doon sa games that they played early in the preseason, they also shot a lot from 3 points. So those are the two teams that I'd probably be worried about if they shoot particularly well. But dun sa contenders, the LaSalles, the USTs, FEU with the exception of Joric, and maybe NU if they prove to be legit this coming season. I'm not really particularly worried about them kasi iba yung play style nila eh. Yung sa San Beda kasi, or even other NCAA teams, they don't have a lot of size. So naturally, titirahan tayo na titirahan sa tres. At yun nga yung ginawa sa atin na San Beda. And it's kind of the same thing with Korea U, except matangkad din yung Korea U, but that's just how they
Oh.
play. So, yun. That's it for me. Probably just improve a bit more sa defense, sa defending the three-point line.
Mm-hmm. Jamo, ikaw ba?
Well,
Ano ang thoughts
kita
natin?
natin doon sa game, siguro doon sa Hakuo muna. Kita natin doon sa game kahapon, hindi naman nag-matter yung low three-point percentage natin. Remogat was struggling with his shot. I think he still struggling to find his shot ever since nasa Pinas pa. Doon sa last official game niya. Hindi nagmatter 'yon kasi nakakaano tayo eh. We still dominated the rebounds. May second chance points tayo. And Jacob Baila pala.
Yeah.
He was yesterday he was scoring at will din eh. Along with Francis Free. Along with Francis Free, silang dalawa yung double digit scorers natin with
Free. POG.
POG nga to si VJ eh, na with the double performance of 17 points and 15 rebounds. Now, going back to Jacob Baila, I can see his maturity, the maturity in his game. Hindi na lang siya yung defensive stopper ngayon. Ang galing ng niya eh. He can slash at will doon sa mga defenders niya. And mga pull-up niya, pumapasok din eh. So, hindi ko siya nakita before, hindi ko siya nakita as aggressive as this game. Doon sa lineup natin kahapon, we didn't have the services of Elliot and Ogana. Yung mga somewhat reliable natin role players, 'di ba? So pero we managed to eke out a double digit win yesterday.
Yeah.
So which is yung kabaliktaran naman ng game kanina. They were hot. We kept it somewhat close in the first few quarters. Pero eventually they shut the lights out against us. Tapos it didn't help na dalawang three-pointers ang tayo, one from Chico and one, tama ba? Dalawa lang ba yung kanina?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like pero anyway, one thing to note is tayo yung at this point we're the lowest 3-point percentage sa league. I'm hoping na itong mag-apply yung law of average in the next game.
Yeah.
Because yun nga, yun pagdating sa quarters, iba na yan, knockout stage na yan eh. So, yun.
Yeah. Robbie, meron ba tayong mga thoughts so far sa last 2 games?
Well, to add na lang kina Miles tsaka Jamo, tingin ko, well, no matter what we say that kung not bad, 1-1, international stage to eh. So ibig sabihin, kahit anong laro natin, kahit anong laro ng UP sa AUBL, may matututunan din ng mga boys. It's a different environment. May acclimatization ba doon sa China? Malamig ba ngayon?
Hindi
summer din.
Summer din.
Summer. Okay. Pero different environment, you have to adjust pa rin. And sinasabi naman nila na no matter what kung sino man yung opponent mo, di ba? You have to be ready for anything. So, most probably this will be great for the boys. They will be making tremendous adjustments, especially yung sa defense. So, very optimistic ako. So far, okay naman, not bad. Hindi naman tayo na-eliminate outright, di ba? So, siguro notables na lang. Natutuwa ako kasi kung ano yung minsan medyo nagkaka-bad shooting night tayo from the outside. Pero napapalitan naman ng scoring from the inside. Hinahakot ni DJ Pre yung boards, tapos may easy conversion niya into
Speaking of point production, one key player na super consistent these past 2 games was Chico Briones, no? 'Di ba?
Yes, correct.
Sayang lang yung mga tres niya stepping pala kahapon eh. So naka ilang siya eh. Naka ilang long 2 siya kahapon eh. Stepping
nevertheless, pumapasok naman eh. Ang maganda, di ba? Nakukuha rin niya.
I'm impressed na he's been consistent dito all throughout this preseason. Sana lang di maubos by UAAP time.
Yeah.
Pero yon, long and short of it, I'm sure na international stage will make sure na magiging ready na ang boys come UAAP season 89. So yun.
Well, we can clearly see, the roles that they ultimately will be playing during the UAAP season, and what would be the things that we're going to be looking forward for them to play. I'm quite happy about our bigs rotation during the last 2 days, especially during our match against Hauko University. We saw glimpses, obviously, of what Miles, Sean Alter, and then also Gani will be able to do and produce. So we have a different style also, and I mentioned during our Korea University match that we tend to depend really to a bigger rotation of players and within. Unlike the Korea University, perhaps, that they have key gunners. You can really see na we tend to be able to learn a lot in attending the AUBL.
That's sila reliable shooter.
Yeah, our attending this particular tournament, we proven also that we belong with the win also with the Ako University. But then also it's a good exercise also with our coaching staff. Kasi nakita na ng coaching staff everybody playing in the UAAP and of late also NCAA, and being able to see also a different team, a different type of competitiveness, also athleticism also from other teams internationally allows them also to, we can get some pointers there, and then also be able to quickly adjust to whatever they're able to see on the court. And that's something that we're also going to be experiencing in the UAAP. Kasi syempre, may mga tago-tago tayo ngayon nangyayari. So, and the quick adjustments, those quick coaching guidelines and how what to be game plans will be employed in order for us to turn the tide, if in any case we have a deficit, is something that is also a good exercise for the coaching staff and the players also to experience. So overall, it's a great experience so far. We'll see how we'll be faring quarterfinals onwards. Sino nga ba kalaban natin sa quarterfinals?
Tsinghua University.
Tsinghua.
They are 2-0 in their
Interestingly,
group, no?
interestingly,
Ayan.
they're actually the top 5 3-point shooting team dito sa tournament ngayon. So,
Good test for
Yeah.
us
Good test,
adjustment
another good
sa
test.
defense.
So, tinalo nila yung Waseda University earlier today. Actually Waseda was leading early in the game, and then they caught up, and then they caught fire. So they caught up first, and then they caught fire. So nagpaulan din ng tres itong si Tsinghua University. Eventually, they also won by double digits against dito kay Waseda. Tsinghua University, wala silang FSA, so they're all Chinese students talaga silang lahat. They also have size. Yung mga bigs nila are around the same height as Sean Alter, no? So mapapalaban din yung bigs natin dito. I would say this is a good test, especially makikita natin kung gaano kalakas yung mga bigs natin against bigs who are also their size. Kasi pagdating mo sa UAP, you have to be able to match up against the Palacelos, against the people like Mason Amos, and of course, si Nakonate at si Akowe, the two probably biggest challenges for our bigs, for all bigs in the UAAP pagdating yung season. So that's exciting. One thing na nakalimutan ko pala sabihin, and we'll see more of this in the coming games. It seems na may bagong playbook yung coaching staff. So it's something I noticed. Hindi ko na lang sasabihin yung specifics no nakita ko, pero they were trying out some plays na hindi nila nilalabas ng Phil Oil and NSAC. That's all there is to it. So, I'm sure hindi naman tayo pinapansin ng mga scouts dyan. Pero, for the UP fans, bahala na kayo mag-figure out. Basta yun.
Ano yan?
May mga nilalaro silang sets in the AUBL na hindi nila nilalaro ng Phil Oil at NSAC.
Ayan. Yung mga laro ba yan na hindi na ilalabas? Hindi katulad ng mga balita na naririnig natin sa Mactan na meron yatang mailalabas?
Long range. Long range din yun. Long range missile.
Use blackout daw. Use blackout.
Miss long range? Oo, sa Hangzhou ba pupunta ito?
wala tayong kanina, no? Wala tayong FSA. I wonder why.
Oo, hindi natin. Pinapasok natin si Elliot this time around, no? Si Elliot yatang pumalit yata kay Miles. Ayan, so Thursday. Si Maga. Oo, hindi rin napalaro si Maga. Si Ogana ang pilaro this
Russell.
time. Yeah, si Russell. Okay, Thursday para sa ating quarterfinal match. Wishing our boys good luck. But then also being able to gain a lot of this experience is going to be worthwhile for us also in preparation for the UAAP. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next topic as Alex Ayala works hard, obviously, for the Filipino community as she wins her maiden WTL title. Our coach as well for the UP women's basketball team has been working hard recruiting, it seems, during this offseason. Eric Altimerano has employed the services of a few new additions to our team. Naku, nasa na ating listahan. We have a few new recruits. One and done, Ashley Liu. We have a D1 transfer, Keenan Ka. FSA recruit, Blessing Francis. Then we have a few transferees in Claire Tapinit, Rica Torres, Ashley Mabaza, which is a redshirt recruit also. She'll be playing for the next season. And I'm missing two people. I think there are twins also, right?
Leasing twins.
Ating leasing
Art
twins.
and Hannah Leasing.
Yan, nagpapalakas sa ating
UP.
women's basketball team. No?
Yeah.
Also, breaking news too, we have our former FSA Malik Juf being selected to join as well the Jones Cup for the SGAT. So congratulations also Malik Juf. So a few more news also behind the scenes. We recently had UPCAT also over the weekend, so we will soon have new ISCOs and ISCA joining our various campuses within the UP community, ano? So ano pa ang mga balita na meron tayo, guys? Some thoughts regarding some of these breaking news.
Quick lang dito sa new additions natin sa women's basketball team. They're big. Oo, kasi yung the rest of the team, they're parang mga petite sila, below 5'7" usually. They're big, mga at least 5'6" tong mga to. Especially Blessing Francis, 6'1" or FSA recruit, and then Kenan Ka is 6 footer, big girls.
Yes.
So ito si Ashley Loon is is a teammate with Luna Ozar, so I guess may chemistry na rin yan. Meron na sila existing chemistry to work on, 'di ba? In addition to sa team. Yun.
It's good na early on na recognize ni Coach Eric na yung lifeblood talaga ng basketball team, recruitment, 'di ba?
Yeah.
And who else pa yung makakapag-recruit? Big name, Coach Eric Altamirano sa PhilAm Select, kilala yan sa mga iba-ibang mga liga. So kudos to job well done sa recruitment.
Shout out Coach Eric.
Shout out.
Definitely. Syempre alam natin sa men's basketball team tayo malakas mang grassroots, tapos women's volleyball natin malakas mang grassroots, no? So this off season I'm really happy na nagtitrickle na to other sports yung pang-grassroots natin ng malupit, no? So we also saw that with our men's football team. Yung mga recruits tayo over the off-season sa men's football team. And then of course our women's basketball team. So it could be a matter of time before our UP women's basketball team could also be consistent finals contender sa women's basketball, no? It might be sooner than later, looking at how aggressively we recruit in this sport.
Right. Shout out also to our recent graduate, Nina Itang, from the women's volleyball team, being a mainstay of the national team.
Congrats.
Producing great results also lately, playing the games in the Southeast with our Southeast Asia counterparts. Also, Miles, si Miles, syempre may bago siyang gig with Pinoy Liga. Ano ang bago sa Pinoy Liga, Miles?
Yes, we just came out with the big reveal of the Big Dance bracket. So we have 28 teams competing sa Pinoy Liga Big Dance. Right now, walang UP, sad to say. We wish they were there, pero ma-action pa rin, no? Ma-action pa rin ang Big Dance. We have 4 top contenders there. The 4 bracketed teams, no? Yung 4 na bye teams. They are EAC, JRU, of course. JRU, napakalakas na team noon. They won Phil Oil recently. And then from the UAAP side, we have UST, the winner of NSAC. They're the top seed in the tournament. And then, of course, the Adamson Falcons at number 4. They are the defending champions of the tournament. So, abangan nyo yun, guys. And it's a good place to scout kasi I heard na all out dito ang UST and Adamson, no? And also, I think those are the two. Yeah, they're the 2 participating UAAP teams in the tournament. So, all out yung dalawang yun.
May isa pang ganap, 'di ba? Yung sa Asia Basket naman with
with the other one. Yeah, yung
Asian
Invitational.
May invitational sila. Participate doon na yun. Kasi FEU and UST ba? Tama ba? Tapos,
yes, FEU and UST. FEU and UST yung participants. So
UST
will be very busy. UST will be very busy in tournaments just right before the UAAP season. Still have 1 month before the UAAP season, and UST is one of the teams that are keeping busy out there. So that's a team we have to watch out for kasi they're looking like one of the contenders really coming to this.
As we arrive to the tail end of our off-season, we'll be able to see quickly how the other teams are also shaping up, including our team. And one thing to look forward to also is the final lineup heading to the UAAP. And that's something we'll be talking about also in our future episodes. We probably have 2 or 3 more episodes before we jump into the UAAP season. We'll have another episode to talk about the quarterfinals match that we have and maybe semis and then finals. Tingnan natin. And then also one thing that we are preparing. Traditionally, also, we do have our super pod prior to the start of the UAAP season as we talk about our predictions, our thoughts about the team's preparations, including some of our key questions for the UAAP teams and also the UP Fighting Maroons. So look forward to that, and we'll see to invite some of our mainstays and other compatriots in the UP media covering the UAAP basketball games. So, any other thoughts, guys, before we close out this episode? Any final shoutouts?
Guys, wala ba kayo iba ipa-plug? Ikaw, Mark, may ipa-plug ka din eh.
Meron ba akong ipa-plug? Wala na.
Wala ba ngayon?
Oo, wala na ako ipa-plug masyado. Wala na ako gano'n. Well, alam mo yun, I've been quoted a lot lately, naglalakad lang ako sa kalsada, tapos tinatanong ako about Alex Ayala. Nakikita siguro nila sa akin, as a champion, kung ano may thoughts regarding... ano yun?
Bigyan ng 4-5.
I-grassroots si Alex.
Walang yaka, akala ko yung 45. Di pa lang bigyan ng Form 5.
Pwede pa ba yun?
Pwede.
Si Alex,
pro
21 pa lang naman si Alex, pero nag-pro na siya, so hindi na pwede. Anyway, lahat naman yata nag-claim na kay Alex. Si Alex naman para sa
akin. Na lang siya for UP.
Oo, wala na exclusivity siguro sa UP. Though mas maganda yung suot niyang jacket na maroon kaysa dun sa pinalalaro niyang green.
Oy, luntian at pula naman eh.
Oo, luntian at pula naman. Well, sundan natin si Alex at tuloy-tuloy tayong pagpupuyat dahil maglalaro naman na siya this time around sa Toronto, starting this Wednesday. Hopefully, hindi siya masyado pagod. At para sa atin, tuloy pa rin ang laban during this off-season. Hindi tayo mapapagod. Salamat marami sa ating mga taga-subaybay. Continue to like and subscribe the Uptakes podcast. And thank you for watching our episode. This is again Mark. I have Jamu here, Robbie, and also Miles. Good night, everybody, and see you on the next episode. And then, as always, UP Fight!
UP Fight!
Fight! Kaya, shoutout sa UP Judo team. Ano to?
Ano ba? Bilis!
May team building. Hahabol ako sa inyo.
Aloka tong si Robbie. Parang nag-jogging during upkat, hiniingal. Ano kasi na doon?